So before we get into our Transformer finance video today, it's a good one too. It's a good opportunity for people to snatch a product that they may have missed an opportunity for. I want to talk about this Transformers Kingdom Battle Through Time Maximal Grimlock image that keeps showing up in my inbox everywhere. Guys, this image that has been floating around is fake. It's not legit. I literally went out of my way to post the image that it was photoshopped from onto a whole bunch of message boards and stuff just to get that out there because it's not real. So many people were sending me this and I had to tell them, like, guys, look, this isn't legit. This is why I'm not reporting it. And I mean, I got it from I wasn't even the source of the original image. It was people from my Discord, the Transformer Slag Discord, the awesome people in there. They're the ones that had that image originally, and I'm just spreading it out there to let people know it isn't a real image. We'll get more information when it comes, and when we have more legitimate images, you know it'll be here on the podcast. But guys, this is not it. This is definitely not the case. So let's jump into a Transformer finance video that I've been wanting to cover for a bit now. And it really sparked it more than anything because it was an item that went up for sale. I talked about it, I want to say about 8 months ago. And I was saying, like, this is going to be a golden, easy money kind of opportunity, essentially, if you guys pick this up. And lo and behold, it sold out. And now Hasbro Pulse has restocked it on their website. And now you have a second opportunity to pick up this guy. And what we're talking about essentially today is the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Transformers Prime 10th Anniversary War Breakdown with Vehicon 2-pack. Back in, I think it was September 25th, 2020, about 8 months ago. Yeah, it was about 8 months ago. This item came out, and I right away was like, guys, pick this thing up. Pick this thing up. You know, it already, most bizarre Transformers War for Cybertron, you know, exclusive stuff from the Generation Selects and everything, a bunch of them already, when they sell out, they go for good money in the secondary market. War Breakdown has that whole extra layer of complicated secondary market craziness. Because literally, and when I did the segment on the podcast when that news broke all those months ago, I pulled up the information and I was like, wow, literally a month before the news dropped in September 25th of 2020, in August of 2020, the original War Breakdown, the ARMS Micron Transformers Prime War Breakdown that came out in 2012 in Japan, exclusive only to Japan, was going between $200 mint in box to $350 mint in box sold. Some of them were bidding wars, some of them were sold listings, some of them were buy it nows. And then you had even loose complete ones with the little Rhino Micron and everything. That was going for $120 loose. It was crazy what was going on at the time for people that wanted that version of that character. And keep in mind, that character, if you wanted a version of him, unfortunately, the only one that existed in the Western market was that of their, and I use air quotes here, Cyberverse mold, but it was actually, it was their Legend scale that existed at the time for the Transformers Prime line. That was like literally the only way you could get a breakdown figure. I think they did that and a repaint of him. So this was a big opportunity for people to get a figure, number one, that had not come out in the Western market of a key character in the Transformers Prime show. Number two, in a scale that'll match well with their collection. Number three, in a figure that had a crazy secondary market in the Japanese world because of those other factors. And number four, it was a straight up reissue. Nothing was changed at all from this one. So in a lot of ways too, you're not losing out. There was absolutely nothing that was missing from one to the other. It's not like this version was going to be like, oh, it's going to be missing paint decos, or it's going to be missing the sticker sheet or the ARMS Micron, or it's going to be made out of cheaper plastic. They somehow did a one-for-one reissue and pulled it off. So much so that when that announcement originally was leaked, I thought they were going to ask like $70 for this item, because the fact that they were going to do a Voyager and a Deluxe made from a figure that came out in that 2011, 2012 era of engineering and marketing, where the plastic was, dare I say, a little more expensive. and they still managed to put an MSRP on the Hasbro Pulse website of $39.99. I was like, guys, get this thing. Even if you don't want it, get it. Because, number one, your feelings might change and you might want it ultimately in the end. And number two, heck, if you don't want it, wait a couple years. It's going to be money. It's going to be money. And I'll tell you something. 8 months after the fact, I checked and I looked what was the market for this Hasbro Pulse version. And I pulled it up. I literally was staring at it just before I started the podcast today, and I was surprised. We have like sold listings of between like literally $70, $80, you're doubling your money here. $63 with a bidding war. Some people are selling just the breakdown alone for $30, so you're pretty much getting almost all your money back. It's pretty crazy. And this is with something that literally 8 months ago was an MSRP of $39.99. And then people are doubling their money easily in a lot of cases. So keep in mind that now you have an opportunity to pick it up again. It's gotten back up in the store. They have some stock left. Who knows what happened with that? But the point is, the opportunity is there, and now you can pick it up. $39.99, Hasbro Pulse. Just throw it in your Google machine. War Breakdown, Hasbro Pulse. It'll pop up. Hasbro Pulse's website sometimes doesn't make it easy to find some of their products. But the point is that it's there. And, I said this too. This item, not only does it save people money, but it also completely destroyed the market for the original 2012 Transformers Prime Arms Micron War Breakdown, where it used to be that item, like I said before, was selling for $350, $200, loose $120. Now, in the past 3 months, not a single one is sold. No one cares about that original one. No one wants to buy it. And it's not like there isn't people selling them. There's a whole bunch of guys that have listings on eBay and they're asking buy it now is $200, $199, but no one cares because this opportunity exists and they're literally the same thing, short if you're a mint in box collector. That's literally what we'd be getting between the two of them. And I almost challenge people, if you put the two next to each other. I own the original Arms Micron War Breakdown, and I got the reissue because I wanted to compare. And they're literally the same thing. It's pretty crazy. So there's no argument that could say, oh, but this one's better than this one for XYZ. It really isn't. So it's something that I'm telling you guys, now you have a second opportunity. That's why I'm talking about it on this Transformer Finance video. If you didn't get your first chance, you could already see the numbers and what happened in the past 8 months since then. Look at those numbers, think about where you want to park your money, and put it correctly. The way I see it right now, the world's in a crazy place. Some people are not in the best financial situations, and it's something where if you like this character and you don't have the money right now, I don't know what to tell you. Because if you wait later and this thing sells out again, it might be a headache for you. So it's something that if you don't have money, this might be a way to kind of secure yourself a little bit of money, put a little bit of an investment somewhere, sit on the product. Or alternatively, if it's a character that you do want, now's the time to get it because later on it might be a bit of a headache. And it's a pretty good version of the character. You know what I mean? I can't really imagine something doing a better job at matching that 2010, 2011 animation style, and it does a good job. And you get that Vehicon. I mean, people are always sleeping on that Vehicon. Everyone's forgetting about that one. But yeah, definitely, guys, pick it up, check it out. Again, Hasbro Pulse. It sounds like I'm like shilling for Hasbro Pulse here, but it's really not shilling for Hasbro Pulse. It's shilling for you guys, so that you could get an opportunity to pick this up because there's a strong secondary market thing going on here. And that's what these Transformer Finance videos are about. So I hope you learned something today, and we'll talk in the future.